Alright, so starting out our first TC. You can see the upkeep cost here. And to disconnect it from the main base, place a twig frame and a twig roof. And then in order to reconnect it, put 2 triangle frames down. And upgrade them to whatever you like. So entering the first gatehouse, we have a retake peek into the compound, looking over both other gates. And upon first entering the compound, we have large furnaces, wide gaps and a turret. Here we can see our wide gaps. They give us great coverage of the compound and the gates. Entering the base, we've got our airlock. And then on the left, some Dropbox storage. Followed by computer station, mixing table, and some more storage. In the triangle, we have our tier 2, a repair bench, research bench, and a couple more boxes. Headed down into the core, we see a vending machine, 3 furnaces, couple boxes, tier 3 bags, 3 more furnaces, and 8 boxes. Heading up the jump ups to our second level, we have the bedroom. Got 3 furnaces, a battery in the triangle, and our tier 1. Okay, so here we've got 3 beds. There's space for 4 if you wish, an extra box, 2 lockers. In order to access the roof, we've got a triangle ladder hatch, which takes us up here. Electricity stations, 2 more batteries, and some more boxes. Entering one of 3 doors leads into our shooting floor. Opening these doors comes into our wider gaps. I like to use doors on my wide gaps to ensure no one can shoot through into the shooting floor. These give great views down into the compound and both of the gates. Both embrasures are great for peek down angles and for taking heli. And by using these sirens, you can get retake peaks onto the roof. Heading back into the shooting floor. Opening one of 3 garage doors leads into a triangle ladder hatch. You have a vending machine, 2 windows and a door, just to ensure full visibility. Entering on the roof, there's 3 turret pods, 3 searchlights, and 3 vending machines. Scaling the roofs like this gives you access to the mini pad. And that's the whole total. So to start the build, place in a low triangle, 3 high squares, and then 1 more low triangle. And this is the basic footprint. We're next going to wall it all off. Place a door frame here, and then put a roof on. Make sure this triangle's wood, as we're going to spear it out later. We're next going to place a TC in this corner, and then go outside and place a shelf. Coming back inside, going to place our 4 boxes. And lastly, we're going to place a frame on here and put a garage door or a metal door, whatever you have at the minute. Next, we're going to wall off this area and place 2 shelves. We're going to be adding the ramps. These are going to need to be metal in order to fit the boxes on. And then place 4 boxes as far back as you can. This ensures we can place 4 small boxes in front. But before that, wall it off and place a door. Next, we're going to place our 3 furnaces. And in this triangle too. And then add your workbench. And 3 bags. And that's the main of the starter done. We're going to just start by adding a trap. We're going to upgrade it to its final material. And then remove the front door that we've been using. This is only used as a placeholder, this door, until you can expand. So we're going to seal it off, upgrade it, and put a vending machine there instead. Finally, I'm going to remove the woods and place the jump up. And that's the whole starter done. So after finishing the first level, we're going to work on the honeycomb. I'm going to build everything in its final upgrade from now on. So these can be made out of metal. It follows the whole pattern around the entire base. Once all the walls are done, we're just going to fill it into a triangle. And it should look something like this. Next, we're going to wall it all in. Again with metal. This is the final upgrade. I'm going to place a wall here. And here. And then remove these 2 walls at the entrance. We're next going to put a roof on. Just to seal up the whole base. Add a door. And then start working on the shelf. Okay, so you're going to want to place the box, and then the barbecue, and then the little box inside. And after this, you should have enough room to place another large box. Repeat this on the top. And add 2 barbecues on each side. But before we do this, make sure you add a door. and place the barbecues facing away from you. And that's the loot room done. We're next going to add the mixing table and the computer station. You don't have to use these deployables, they're just my preferred ones, as I like looking at who's taking oil. I'm going to place a workbench in this triangle, just to ensure we can still access the tech tree. Placing a shelf and repair bench underneath, along with 4 mini boxes and 1 large box. We put all of the deployables on one side just to make the base a bit easier to walk through. And after replacing the mixing table, that is the second floor done. Moving outside to the entrance and the rest of the honeycomb. We're first going to do the exterior TCs, as you can't do them once the rest of the honeycomb is finished. So if you find one of these 3 triangles on the side of the base, as this is where our wide gaps will be, place a triangle frame next to it, then a square, remove this triangle, place 2 more, another triangle, and then delete everything. Place triangle half moons back, and then 2 square foundations. Remove the rest, and you should have something like this. We're next going to place 2 triangle foundations, and then 3 more for the entrance. 1 square, triangle half moons, and then 2 more triangles. This helps space out our exterior TC. It should look something like this. We're next going to wall this in with 2 half walls. Wall for the rest and a wall door frame. Add your TC and a metal door on the front. And that's the exterior done. To connect it to the base, we're going to add 2 door frames, 3 window frames, and the roof rack. We're also going to add an embrasure here to look into the compound, and then 2 glass windows. We're next going to add a square frame, a triangle frame, and another triangle. Here, make sure the triangle frame's on the long part, as that means it's connected to the rest of the base. You'll know you've done it right, and the TC cost should look something like this. Alright, moving on. Going to place 2 wall frames here. I'm doing this in metal. And then surround the squares and build them 3 high. We're going to need to put 2 twig foundations down for the barricades. And then remove them. It should look something like this. Head on over to your TC And if the upkeep cost is increased, you've done it right. Just to check that the disconnectable works, we're going to come over, place a twig frame and a twig roof. And if it does this, you've done it right. And then just fill this in. And you want to find the other 2 triangles and repeat this 2 more times. So this should be the end product. You have the same design 3 times on each different side. And now we're going to finish off the honeycomb. Place 2 triangles, 2 walls, 2 more triangles, put the walls in, and then we're going to also place 2 roof triangles. This is going to act as our jump up as well. Here I placed the roof too early, and so I can't place a triangle, so make sure you do that first. Next 2 doorways and 3 windows. Fill that in with the roof. And then just make our airlock. I like to use the factory door and a regular door just so I can see out. And lastly, we're going to add some boxes for our Dropbox storage. You could leave this open if you wanted to, just so you can have more visibility. But once you've got the compound up, you don't really need it. And that's the whole of the second floor done. We're just going to finish off the honeycomb. It's the same pattern in all 3 places. And then just make sure it's 2 walls high. Cap it off with roofs, and then we're going to put our turret pods in. And this should be the final design. Alright, so working on the bedroom. I'm just going to wall off the whole thing. Grab some stone, finish off the jump up, and then put a roof on the whole thing. We're going to wall off the bedrooms and spaces for the lockers. And then also grab our triangle ladder hatch. Make sure these are right in the middle, and then you can place it as far back as you can. The beds doesn't really matter about the orientation, just make sure you can fit at least 3 in. Finish it off with garage doors. And in this triangle, you can place whatever you like. I showed an example of a battery, but I'm now going to use a fridge. Just whatever you need. You could have more furnaces or anything like that. Going to fill the whole thing in with frames. Just add stability, and we can also put garage doors in. I'm next going to add 3 furnaces and a tier 1. Just fills out the space a bit more. And then finally a box and a small box. And then when you're ready, place your layer of the hatch. And we'll start the shooting floor. When making my shooting floors, I like to use metal. It just ensures it's harder to soft side through, and when you're getting raided, it means there's a smaller chance of it getting shot out. Just add squares on the wide gaps. And that's the basic foundation done. I'm leaving these open so I can place frames and ladder hatches. And then I'm going to add 3 doors here. I'm going to seal off all the entrances just so we can place our batteries and boxes. And then put garage doors everywhere as well. We're adding our 2 batteries. And in this last triangle, you can add whatever you like. I like to put 2 boxes and 2 small boxes. It's good for depot loot if you're using a mini heli, or just nice to store some kits up in. And that's this floor done. Now before we add the triangle ladder hatches, we want to add the vending machines first. So if we want to jump up, and then we're going to place doorways on the outside of each of the triangle frames, and then the vending machines inside. And this is what it should be looking like. We're next going to do the shooting floor. Start by putting half walls on other wide gaps. And then once you've done this, put window frames. Just put these in a big loop around the whole base. And next start putting these wall frames in for stability. And then metal ramps here. This helps with your peak down angles. And then it also means you can view the top windows. Put a roof on it. And then after this, we're going to want to add our doors and the embrasures. I like to use the horizontal ones here and then vertical everywhere else. The horizontal ones give good protection when taking heli, so that's why I put them on the tallest part. And once you've surrounded the base in them, I'm going to add these 6 doors. And that's the majority of the shooting floor done. This is what the base should be looking like at this stage. Now if you want to add the compounds, you can do it now, or you could have done it earlier. But I'll show you. Just put a straight wall going across from one gate to the other, leaving enough space so you can put large furnaces down. And it should connect like this. And then you want to repeat this 2 more times. We're next going to work on the roof by placing low walls where the wide gaps are. These will be used as our retake peaks. Half walls. And then after that, we're going to put the triangle roofs. Following this, I'm going to place some triangles down here. Again, this is complete personal preference. I like to use spotlights as I think they look cool. So, we're next going to place the roofs down for the turret pods. If you stand on the white gaps, it gives you easy access to place down on the roofs. We will place all the deployables later. We're going to be using windows and doors to fill in the roof access. Now you can use embrasures if you like, or you can use glass. I personally like to use glass as it means no one can soft side in or access the vending machines. Do this on each of the entrances. And then finally, put your triangle ladder hatches in. Now if the entrance is complete, we're going to make the mini hangar, replacing 3 squares and 1 triangle. Putting some low walls down. And finally adding frames for our windmills. And that's the majority of the base done without deployables. We're just going to quickly finish off the windmills with metal. Placing the windmills as far back as we can. And then we're going to place our turrets in the turret pods. These help ensure no one's going to do a top-down raid or try and steal your mini. Next I'm going to place my searchlights. These are going to be overlooking all 3 gates. And we're going to move down to the turret pods on the compound, using some chain link fences. And you'll notice in a minute the terrain does change because the server crashed, but it's not a problem. The base is still the same. Last thing we're going to do is place our siren lights for the retake peaks. Now make sure you place it in between these 2 lines on all the frames, and it'll ensure you can crouch jump up. These are especially useful when you've not got your turrets up yet, but there's people on your roof. I really hope you enjoyed this base build. Thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe as I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers.